Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Happy belated birthday if it's in the past. Happy future birthday if it's in the future. My name is Lime Green, and welcome back to the Out of Time podcast, where I gotta play through games I've never played through before in my entire life. Well, never played through and beaten before, because I've played through this game before. I've gotten all the way to Jabu Jabu's belly. Maybe a little past, I'm not 100% sure. But that's neither here nor there today. Because today we're talking about everything from the Deku Tree to Dodongo's Cavern. We're just jumping into the notes. For everyone that's paying attention to what's on screen, we have Malin, and I want to point attention to this just because I think this is one of the best thumbnails just for this. Enhance. Where's the enhance button? Enhance, enhance, enhance. Look at this. You Ocarina of Time players. You thought this was a normal Malin. I put Ocarina of Time bombs in her eyes because everything in Dodongo's Cavern is a bomb. Everything. We'll get into it here. And everything else on the screen. So, first thing on my list I wrote down. I bought this game online, Ocarina of Time 3DS, and it had another save file. And I want to point out that because this person, he basically turned on the game and then sold it. I'm not really sure what was up with that. At least I made it further than that guy. But I'm not sure. I also want to say I went back for the Golden Skulltula because I played the last little part twice. And I missed the Golden Skulltula. I didn't play through this part twice because this part was like a million hours long. But I now have one more Skulltula. I also learned Kokiri die if they leave the forest. Which is kind of terrifying. Saria appears up. Oh yeah! So, you leave the forest, and then Saria just materializes out of nowhere, which was kind of bizarre. And she gives you the fairy ocarina, and then I know down the road you get the blue ocarina, the Ocarina of Time, the titular ocarina. I'm not really sure what the difference would be. They both play, I'm assuming, the same songs. But I don't know. And then you instantly get transported into Hyrule Field. And then I went back to Saria. I was like, what? She probably has something more to say. And she said, we'll be friends forever, Link. And then, you're not going to try to leave the forest, are you? I then met with the titular character, Owl Boy, from the game Owl Boy, the strange owl that gives you tips and tricks. I am not. I might have skipped it, but I'm not sure what his relation is to Link, or why he's giving me tips and tricks. I'm not sure. I was attacked by skellies and a huge plant out in Hyrule Field. See, this is the part on my first playthrough where I was kind of like, where do I go? You know? You just gotta kind of run off into a huge open field. And I apologize if I'm like a little scatterbrained, because this was a little couple days ago. I'm just gotta read my notes, refreshing myself. Then when you get close, I know you could have went and saw. I think you could have went up to the farm and seen Malin and Talon and Waluigi Man. I'm not sure. I approached the farm and I could not find an entrance, so I just went towards the castle, and I saw, where is, oh, Sheikah, or the Shadow of Hylians. That's what someone said, and that was kind of an interesting note I wrote down. I'm not sure if that's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a matter of fact thing, or like every Hylian has their own Sheikah. I'm not really sure. Also, I was like, Malin is in town. A guy that looks like Disney's Merlin is in town. There's like all these festivals, or not festival. There's like people dancing, and I guess a festival, like carnival games. You can't really do any of that. Also, there's, I forgot to put in the thumbnail. There's this guy. He looks like the guy from, I did not even know he was from, I'll put in the actual thumbnail, so you know what I'm talking about. There's this guy. You see him in, like, YouTube poops. And I did not even know he was in this game. He's the guy in the shop. Another thing from the shops, they sell Ghost, not Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in a jar, bugs in a jar, fish in a jar, fairy in a jar, potions in a jar, and candle with blue fire. It's like, what? What are all these strange items? And then this other guy's like, a strange pack of dogs at night? Like, there's all these strange things, and I'm not sure what to do with any of them. Also, the owl boy, like, when you flip his head upside down, here, with you people actually looking at what's going on screen. Like, when you flip the owl's head around, he has a little face when he flips his head upside down. Yeah, that was kind of neat when I realized that. Then you gotta sneak into the castle, which I remember my first time going through. It was very complex. But then I remembered, like, my experiences from then, and then I was like, the Hyrule guards cannot see like 6 feet in front of them. Like, the path you need to take is like right in front of like 3 guards. It's like it's I'm not really sure really what's going on in that mission. And then you gotta sneak all the way up to the castle. And then there's like a sleepy guy that looks like Mario. And I had to like... Well, I was pushing blocks up against him to try and see if he would wake up. And then I thought it was like a Animal Crossing kind of thing. Like where you gotta wait there and see if he would wake up. And he did not wake up when the next day came. And he did not wake up when the next day came. So I did not know what to do. So I eventually gave up and went back to town. And that was when I saw Malin there, and she gave me a chicken. So then you had to go back to the guy and then give him a chicken that would wake him up. And then you gotta sneak past more guards. But that part's kind of easy, and that's the part where you always see and people are like, yeah, this is the fun chicken sneaky part. But then you get up to like this castle window, and then you look inside and there's like Mario, and that's the did you know gaming part. Like, did you know? If you look inside Zelda's castle, at this precise spot, there will be Mario characters in the window. And then you talk to little baby Zelda, where Kirby gets the melee Kirby copy ability, and she tells you about 3 spiritual stones, and then you gotta go to the Temple of Time, where the Triforce is, and then she mentions the Ocarina of Time, and Ganondorf's just kind of chilling. And then I think it's like really funny that he's just on the other pane of glass. Like, and then Zelda's like, don't worry, you guys even know who we are. And then she's like, get down, get down. And get a letter. Oh, she gives you a letter. She's like, people know who you are, just give them this. And then you go out, and Impa looks a lot different. And then she teaches you Zelda's Lullaby. But let's go back to Impa for a quick minute. I think this might be a hot take, but I think 66 minutes. I think that especially on the only on the N64, out of all the characters on the N64, I think Impa really suffered the most. Like, if you look at the N64 version of all the characters, it's like Impa's like all blocky. I don't know. It's like I get it's you know, they had to do, they only had so much to work with, but yeah, you know. So then I just kind of went through Kakariko. I was like, I'm on a mission. You probably can't do much in Castletown. You probably can't do much in Kakariko. So I went to Goron City, and then I wrote down, Goron City is big. Big Gorons, they call rock sirloin. There's an alternate time portal between Lost Woods and Goron City. And that's another thing I thought was kind of weird. And you had to go back to Lost Woods. And, well, Lost Woods is kind of with the village. Kokiri Village. And you play Zelda's... That's where you get Saria's song. Apparently I didn't even write that down. And you play Zelda's Lullaby. And Darunia is like dancing and he's like da 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 da. And then he gives you the power bracelet. And then Saria says something that's kind of interesting. She says, this place will be very important for us both someday. Now I wonder if that's actually gonna be, important to the plot, or if that's just a throwaway line. That's why I wrote that down. I'm interested to see what becomes of that. And then we get to this part where this pot starts spinning. Oh man. And then there's these lit torches, and then I thought you had to take the fire and you had to go around the Goron City and light all the torches, and then take the bomb and throw it into the pot, and then the pot would explode, and then that would be how you got into Dodongo's cavern. But instead, I'll admit, this is where I had to look up a guide instead, because I thought that pot was impossible to get into. Instead, you throw the bomb in the pot, and all it gives you is a heart piece. I eventually got heart piece, but instead all you gotta do is leave and throw a bomb at a rock. Yeah. So I went to Dodongo's cavern, and they were like, you better get a real shield. And I'm like, I want to go all the way back to Castletown and get a shield. Real shield. So I went in with a wooden shield. And every enemy explodes when it dies. And that's why Marin has bombs in her eyes. Because she's going to explode. And everyone's going to be sad. And a room in Ocarina of Time has Lizalfos, and it's over a lava pit, and it's got lizards. Lizalfos. I wrote down lizards, and it's just like Skyward Sword. I guess, Skyward Sword's like Ocarina of Time. But it's crazy. Skyward Sword is one of my favorites. I don't know, maybe this will change my mind. I don't know. And then you go into a Bond stairs room, and you throw a bomb in the center, and it goes, and then stairs come down. That was kind of cool. And then you go up the stairs, and then there's a golden skulltula, and then hanging there, and then that was an easy one. Easy solution. Oh man. And then there are these guys that look just like the guys from Wind Waker. Or I guess Ocarina of Time made the guys, and then Wind Waker kind of copied the homework. But Wind Waker did it better, because these guys are the worst. Because you gotta, like, bait them out with the bomb or something, and then they hop along, and then you gotta throw the bomb at them, and then sometimes you miss, and then sometimes they come at you, not the bomb, and then sometimes the bomb explodes too early. Like in Wind Waker, they just open their mouth and you throw the bomb in, and then boom, and then they spin around. They go whoop, 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 whoop. They make funny sounds and then they explode. And these guys, there's a room with like 4 of them, and then one's not even alive. It's a rock. Then there's a room with like floor masters everywhere, but the angles are all weird. You gotta like move with your camera, and I like that room. It's like, and then you gotta climb up some stairs, or a ladder, stairs, and you gotta throw the bomb onto the wall. Apparently in the N64 version, the wall was like just a solid wall, but in the 3DS version, which I am playing, it's a little further back, so you can actually throw it in there. You also get the bomb bag. Did I right? Yeah, right after this. That's kind of cool. You get the bomb bag, and then a little further in, it's like throw the bombs into like the skull of the giant dead Dodongo, and that was like I guess a message in my brain went off, and I was like, whoa, what am I gonna be fighting? Is that thing gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like fighting a giant skeleton of a Dodongo or something crazy? Like, if that's dead, how big's the next enemy gonna be? Or like, how big can Dodongos get? I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. You just like smoke until the end. Then the room before the boss room's like weird, because it's like just a small chamber, and there's like I'm showing you with my hands, but you can't see my hands, but it's like a thing in the floor, and then you gotta bomb it, and then it's like, and then you fall through the floor, and then Dodongo's called, like, I didn't write it down, it's like a dinosaur. That implies dinosaurs exist in Zelda, which implies a lot of things for the canon. And I died the first time. He does this weird charge, and there's a weird edge. I put weird charge, weird edge, and I don't know, it's like weird. Also, he rolls away like a Bakugan. I lost my shield, my wooden shield, somewhere during the dungeon, but you gotta like shimmy up against the magma whenever he rolls beside you, and then when he rolls into a wall or whatever, rolls up against the wall, then you gotta throw the bomb in before he spits out the fire, which would engulf you. But every time he was gonna spit the fire out, I wasn't sure if that's when you throw it in, because in Zelda games after this, he would be like sucking up, getting ready to do it. You know, normally when you see fire, you don't throw bombs in there. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So then you beat him, and then Darunia's like, yeah, I can eat rocks. And then he calls Ganon Gerudo Thief, which is, I guess, a bit of a upgrade from last time. And he gives you the second, number 2, spiritual stone, the Goron's Ruby. And then he's like, go up to Death Mountain, see the Great Fairy. Now, I've been wondering for a few days if this is gonna be where the third spiritual stone is. This does not sound like where the water dungeon would be, or any dungeon. I'm not sure what's gonna be at Death Mountain. Well, it sounds like a dungeon, but it doesn't sound like it. Normally Death Mountain has like the fire dungeon, but I don't know what's gonna be here, honestly. I'm at a loss. Or why the Great Fairy is there. Normally she's like at a couple other places. You know, she's all about. In Breath of the Wild shows there's like a bunch of them. But what? Final thoughts. Wrap this up. It was a lot longer than I thought. I think about this time, the first playthrough, I got super lost. That kind of happened again with the Goron City, with the torch part, I'll admit. Because I really wanted to light all the torches. Why would they do that to me? I'm not sure. I know at this point I can take the bombs and go to the Zora River, because at one point I went over there and I can bomb up like a big rock over there, I think. But besides that, I am not sure. I have no other idea. But I feel like a boomerang is coming. That's gonna be my guess. A boomerang next area. I liked. No, I won't say I liked the boss. Goma was cooler. Goma was cool because I feel like, because I played it twice. I don't know. Well, Dodongo was cool. Cool conceptually. I don't know. I like the Hyrule Guard part, I guess. And then I like the castle part. Castle Town, not the castle in general. That's the same thing. I think if they should have, or I think Say words. It's like a remix. Uh-oh, the song's ending. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, the song's ended. Oh, I'm green. I think. Final thoughts. I think. If Saria's song, how you get it, should have been like way later in the game. And I think you should have returned to Lost Woods, like maybe now, because when you get it, feels like you just left Lost Woods or Kokiri Forest